today is the first day of many classes. I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe 5 to 10 classes to teach you how to understand human being. What makes, when you want to help a young child become a good human being, you know why many parents and teachers struggle? Because we don't understand how to use the human machine. Can I call it the human machine? You get what I'm saying? See, every one of you, before you got married, you thought about having a family, right? Husband, wife. And then after you get husband and wife, what do you think next? Okay, I know. The girls, they think about children before they get married. The men never think about children. Not much, right? Most people get married and then they think about children. Let me ask you, have you ever bought a dog, a cat? You planned it, right? You think about a dog and a cat. It's not easy to raise a dog or a cat, because when you bring them home, we have to take care of it for at least 15 years, right? How about when you bring in a child? Is it easy? Did you think about it? When you buy a computer, or you buy a new machine that you don't know how to use, what do you think about? You know what I mean by a new machine? Let's say you buy a robot that can clean your house. What do you need with it?
I want it to function well.
No. Before it functions well, what else do you need? If you don't have it, you can't do it. You can't work it.
You need instructions.
You need instructions. That's called a manual, isn't that right? You know, the book or the help. Am I right? You have children, right? Human being is the hardest machine to learn how to develop, isn't it? Before you have children, did you think about the user manual? Did you sit down and write how I'm going to raise my children? I always think, because I help so many children from so many families, and there's so many problems, and it's caused by the parent mainly. 80% of the problem is caused by the parent. 30-something years of helping family, me. The problem starts from the parent. Because the parent don't know how to handle the human machine. Can I call it machine? This is the most complex machine. Now with Elon Musk putting AI, robots and all that, everybody's excited, happy, right? Oh, a robot's coming. You understand? But we have a more powerful robot. Not really robot, but machine. It's called a human machine. But nobody really think about what is the user manual. Like for example, when your child is playing game, addicted to game or social media, and they can't take it out, or they get into depression. How do you fix it? What is the cause of the problem? Before I start, you're going to watch a video first, and that video will help you understand what I'm going to do. It's an idea, okay.
How easy it is for us to forget what it was like when we were once family. The times we shared. How easy it is for us to forget how to love.
食飯啦。
嚟食飯。
How easy it is for us to forget how to smile. It's easy to forget.
阿爸，你做咩啊？阿爸？仔，一步一步嚟，你一定得嘅。
But it's even harder not to love.
Ba, Ma.
阿爸阿媽食飯。
仔，食飯。
Family is forever.
A lot, right? Parent raising children. Not an easy job as a parent, isn't it right? Some of you now, your children is this small, right? And then they're going to grow up. Some will become easy, some will become, a lot of children will become difficult. There's more children who are hard like that than there are children that are easy, isn't that right? So teaching parents or teaching children or teaching people to help other people is not an easy job. So I feel so tired every day because I help so many people at public school to try and fix their life. A monk's life was hard, but I don't have to help anyone. I just help me. You understand that? I have to help me going through the hard life. But here I have to help other people. That's hard. That's why you are having a lot of problem as parents, isn't it? So I hope that through our next couple of weeks, I don't know how long, you will start to understand how the human work. And where do I get this knowledge from? I wish I could say I developed this on my own in life. Actually, I became more clearer in understanding how human work only after I studied the Dharma. Do you understand that? So it's the Buddha's teaching. That's why Miss Lam put there, human user manual taught by a disciple or student of the Buddha. I do not want to say to you that this is all my knowledge. But the Buddha's teaching is available for everybody. Everybody can learn it. This is my interpretation of what the Buddha say. If I'm wrong, it's not the Buddha, you understand? It is me trying to help you. So if I'm wrong anywhere, it'd be good if you can talk to me back. Understand that? I'm not saying here that I know more than you, but I am confident that I know more about the Buddha's teaching than you because I studied it a lot more in the last 10 years. Okay? So hopefully I can help you. Help yourself first. You got to help yourself first. And then you can help other people. Whether it's children, whether it's husband and wife or parents or friends. Right. So, first question. What is, and I want you to help me answer this one. What is the finest adornment a person can wear? You know what adornment is? Adornment, like, this is ladies' fashion, ladies' clothing. In the early 1900s, that's how they dress. And then you go to the 1950s, it looks more like this, 1950s, 1940s, right? And then in the 2000s, what you wear to make yourself look good, adornment. What is the best adornment that anybody can wear? What do you think? Sorry?
Gold.
Gold?
Diamonds.
Diamonds?
Mr. Sharma said smile, positive attitude and gratitude.
Positive attitude and gratitude.
And smile.
And smile. Yep. Anyone else? The best, meaning, you know, if you go through the picture, they thought that was the best. Right? 20, 30 years later, these people think that is so bad. Agree? And then these people thinking that's the best. 20, 30 years later, they think that's all. Right? And your children think your fashion, your adornment is all. Soon, when they become teenager. So what is the best one that can go through time? Is it gold? Is it a smile? Is it a positive attitude? Let's have a look at the next slide, see if you can guess the answer. What are you looking at here?
Very happy.
Sorry?
They look very happy.
Which element, which part of this picture takes your attention the most? Which one?
Family.
Family. Who else?
Happiness.
Who? Happiness. Anything else? Sharing. My attention, like them, goes to her.
Sharma says giving and love.
Giving and love, okay, good. You have to think about adornment, the same question, we're still on the same question, okay? What can you wear that is the best, that never age, that go through time? Does she look, compare her, is there another slide that compare her to the other? Here's adornment. Look at the girl who's doing the serving. This is the influencer. Who look better? Who look better through time? The woman in the family, not this one, not this one. Why? What is she wearing that make her look better? The apron. The reason why she said that is because she owns a restaurant.
Because the food is bringing the family together.
Good, okay, the food and the apron, that's what the apron mean to her, yeah. Okay, that's an answer. Would you agree? You can change all fashion you like. It gets old, right? But if you are moral, it never gets old. Do you get what I'm saying? So all the words you put together, whether it's a smile, whether it's good character, whether it's giving, whether it's serving, cooking, isn't that part of moral? Understand or not? For a woman who put on jewelry, makeup, for a man who buy expensive car, who they think they wear as well, a suit or a car, yes? That's an adornment too. Yole? Yole. Understand? I spoke Cambodian. Understand or not? Is there a danger in morality, in wearing morality? Is there a danger in the female makeup? Personal choice. So, is there a picture for what happened for people wearing the personal choice like gold? And you can have your personal choice. They also have their personal choice, don't they? The thief here have their personal choice too. Right or wrong? Everybody have their personal choice. But you have the responsibility to look after yourself, isn't that right? Am I right or wrong? But if you wear morality, if you're a good person, you have loving kindness, you're generous, you're able to serve, you help people, is it dangerous?
No.
No. If a man is driving a sports car, is he in danger?
Okay.
Yeah. You keep on saying no. You can be.
Has been how long ago?
Have you not read the news where a man or a woman is parking at a traffic light and people come in the car, put a knife to her or a gun, or him as well, a man as well. Doesn't have to be a woman, it can be a man. It's called carjacking. Last month, there was a lot of robbery in Fairfield East area. They robbed the house. They actually go and put gun and threaten the family. The family have a personal choice. I understand. We understand that, right? They did nothing wrong. But the greedy robber also have their personal choice. It puts them in danger. So if you wear things like gold, jewelry and all that, you are actually at risk, isn't it? But if you wear morality, are you at risk? Do you think if you have good morality and you do it in front of these people, they might turn and help you instead? Maybe. Yeah, maybe, possible, right? So that's why morality is the best adornment, the best clothing you can wear. It protects you, isn't it? What we just talked about just now is our ability to what English called discern, which means to be able to tell the difference between good and bad. Do you understand that? We have to learn how to tell what is good and bad. Whereas now in our Western society, we always promote, it's my own self. I have freedom, right? People have had their freedom not in the last 20, 30 years, thousands of years. True or not? They choose to do whatever they want, but there's bad people who also choose to do what they want. So some people get killed in the forest. Some people get killed in the city. Make sense? But the one, based on what they wear, showing to other people. But if you wear morality, it is safe. People like you, people respect you. You're not going to be poor. You know, you heard of Gandhi? Remember Gandhi? Mahatma Gandhi, the one who freed India. He go around India teaching the Indian people to get freedom from the British. And they did it, he did it without any war, right? And he always talk, at the end, he said, I don't need any money to do what I did. You understand it? His morality is very high. He went around and he kept on saying, really to free India, I'm not the richest man in India. I'm not the most powerful politician. I can help free India because my morality is good. The people follow me. Do you understand that? Morality is very powerful, very rich. Mahatma Gandhi was a lawyer before he became a spiritual leader. A very famous lawyer, an English lawyer in India. Studied in England as well. But he became bigger when his morality was big, was high. As a lawyer, he could not help India, but as a spiritual, more pure conduct person, he could help India. So morality also makes you rich. Understand or not? And guess what? One of the man who's very rich, who walked around following Gandhi, you know what he said? He said, this Gandhi, he goes around everywhere saying he don't need money, but I'm the one who pay for a lot of the things that he need to do. You get it or not? The point is that Gandhi don't have money. he has high morality, high wisdom, right? Then the people who have the intelligence and the money are always backing him up, paying for everything. This is how a person in morality and wisdom is very rich in life. They're never poor in their life, never. Another example, can you think of example in life where a person who have high moral is very rich in life? Can you think? In history, go back to history, don't worry about now. Have a look. Who is very rich just with high morality?
Buddha.
Yeah, excellent. More richer than his father and mother who's king and queen, right? Much richer. He left the kingdom, let everything go, all the money and all the riches, he let it go, completely become poor money-wise. But when his morality was higher and his wisdom was higher, he became richer than his parents. I don't know if you agree with me, but that's my idea put to you first. Do you understand that? So really, a lot of parents are thinking about, when they think about the success of their children, most often they think about money first. Oh, I need my children to have money in the future, house, car, everything proper, right? The reality is that is not wrong, but it's not the highest aim. The highest aim is morality first, and then wisdom. If you disagree with me, put forward ideas, we can talk. You understand what I mean? So would you agree then? If a person have around their thoughts, have around their speech and their action, it's wrapped in good morality. The thinking is from moral standard, the speech is from moral standard, and the action is from moral standard. Can anybody steal that away from them? No. Can a flame burn it? Like a house, all your riches can be burnt, like the Hollywood, last year. Hollywood burned the whole house down, millions of houses go. No. Can anybody harm them? Unlikely. Even a robber catching a good person probably let him go, right? Imagine catching Jesus or catching Buddha. Any killer probably most likely let them go, right? There's something about a person's morality that they command respect straight away. Am I wrong or right? Don't believe me. You got to test. We've got to talk to each other. Make sense or not? So according to Buddha, if you have morality, and this is according to Buddha, the reason why I say according to Buddha is because I don't want you to believe it yet. He says that if you have morality, you have a good life now, you have a good life towards when you're about to die, and even beyond death, you will have a good life. You know why you have a good life? The Buddha says the people who have morality often reborn in the heaven realm. You understand if you believe that? I'm not expecting every one of you to be Buddhists, okay? I don't need you to be Buddhists. I haven't seen that yet because my meditation is not high. So, Buddha says the attainment of heaven, wealth, and nibbana all depend on morality. Morality is unexcelled in the world. Nothing can surpass morality. Among all the smell or the scents in the world, sandalwood in the Buddha's time, the scent of virtue, the scent of morality is supreme. Do you understand what I mean, what the Buddha means by smell? Don't literally just think about this, but there is a smell. The way you see a good person, you see a bad person, you stand next to a bad person, you don't feel very good, right? It's a feeling. But treat that like a smell, isn't that right? But if it's like a smell, if it's a bad smell, right? if it's a bad smell in this room, what do we do right now? Open the window, get a fan, we blow it that way. Yes? I can blow away bad smell. Well, we can blow away bad smell, can't we? Imagine the Buddha standing here and the wind is blowing that way. Do you think the presence of his morality can be blown by the wind? No, right? Do you understand what I'm saying here? The smell of a good person never get blown by the wind. Do you agree? That's what he means. The smell of morality is supreme. The morality is like a clear pool, he said. You know what I mean by pool? When you see water, when you walk to the countryside, you see water. You want to take a swim in it, but it depends on what? Whether you're confident to go into water or not, right? What kind of water makes you not want to go in? What kind of water makes you want to go in? Do you know what I'm talking about? You all been to the countryside? You see a body of water. What type of water makes you want to go in? What type of water? Sorry?
I want to go in clean water.
Clean, okay. Anything else?
Hot spring.
Hot spring.
Warm.
Warm. Let me tell you, if you don't know that body of water, even though you think it's a hot spring or you think it's clean, you might not go in. Why is that?
There might be danger in the water.
There could be danger in the water. You don't know what's in it. Agree or not? Have you ever been to a beach or an island or a place where the water is very clear? Yes? When the water is clear and you feel it's clean, right? And you can see everything, would you dive in?
Human beings and
Yes? And why wouldn't you dive in?
Might not be deep enough.
Might not be?
Deep enough.
Oh, I don't mean to dive in like that, but would you go in?
I can't swim.
Yeah, but you don't worry, just enough for you to go in. You walk in until maybe up here, right?
It could be cold.
Could be cold, yes. But if you need to go into the water, would you go in? You would go in if you can see through. True or not? So that's what he means by clear pool. A person who has morality, is it easy to see through them? Good morality. Let me tell you, I put two people here, one here and one over there. One, the morality is very good. The other one, the morality is not good. Who would you like to come closer to?
The good morality.
The good one. Everybody wants to come to the good one. True or not?
True.
That's what the Buddha means when they say morality is like a clear pool. When you have a good person, you will come close to that person. The bad person, you stay there for a while. Maybe they're very good at tricking people. But you listen to them for 10 minutes, you realize, yeah, walk away. But if you know that person's good, morality is good, you want to stay near them. That's what the Buddha means when he says morality is like a clear pool. It cools you down, isn't it? Am I right or wrong? Please correct me.
100% right.
That's morality. Is the Buddha wrong? Obviously not. But it's hard to understand these simple words, right? Nothing can pass. Nothing is better in the world. Not even academic knowledge, not even the best chef, because she's owned a restaurant. I'm not sure what else you do. Nothing can beat morality. That's what the Buddha is saying. If you're a human being, you better have morality. You will never die in any country, even if you don't speak the language, as long as your morality is good. So what should parents give to their children? Education? iPad? Computer to make them smarter? Money? Throw them money? Buy more houses? So that they can have house? You can lose all your money in just like that and war come. Have you seen Ukraine? If there's war between China and Australia, all your investment home burn up like that. The only thing they can't burn it up, the morality of your children, isn't it? And if we should all die because of the war, they're going to be reborn in heaven. Beautiful gift by the parent. True or not? That's if we believe the Buddha. So now we understand morality is very important, isn't that right? What is needed to keep morality stable and strong? You know what I mean by stable and strong? It's like if you have a baby come into your family. Remember, you all have children. Your children was once a baby, right? So if morality is treated like a baby, the baby come into your house. This question says, what do you need to do in order to keep your baby stable and strong? You understand it? Every parent wants their children to be stable and strong and when they're young, isn't it? Because they're young, they can die easily. You agree? So now morality start out to be, to be born into your life. How do you keep it stable and strong? That's the question we're going into. The first thing we need to understand here is what exactly is morality then? I'm not going to go into morality this lesson. Actually, it's going to be planned for next week or the week after. I will make you understand much clearer. But for today, it's very simple. We're going to talk about morality as the purity of conduct. You know what conduct means? Conduct is the way you speak. Yeah? Here's our codes of moral conduct. The way you speak, the way you act, and the way you think. So what do we mean by, where is it? What do we mean by purity? Here. You know what pure means. Now everybody want to buy pure water. You got to buy water filter, isn't that right? So if at home you want to feed your family good water, you're willing to buy the water filter, right? Because you believe that water contains poison. So how about your children's speech and your children's thinking and your children's act? Do you think about how to keep it pure? How often do you think about it? Some parents, the good parent, think a lot about more. The not so good parent, like the parent in the video today, remember? Did he think about it? He thought about it only for himself, isn't that right? But you can see he doesn't speak much. So the children, growing all bigger, did not do the right thing. So purity of conduct is morality. Are you clear? And you like the picture, the three girls, and then the last girl, which you don't know what it was. You're talking about kind, smile, you're talking about serving, about cooking. All that is her conduct, isn't that right? And that's her purity. Whether that girl is pretty or not, as long as she has morality, she will look good to the people seeing her, isn't that right? That's ageless, that's timeless. Is that clear? So what do we need in order to keep the conduct pure? That is how you keep morality stable and strong. What do you think we need? You're all parents. You never want, I know I heard nobody said that before they have children, they think about writing a user manual first. I'm an engineer, was an engineer. Every time we are asked to design any new product, always we have to design and think about producing a user manual so that people can use it. That's why when you buy any equipment, even a camera, a phone, it comes with a user manual. Understand or not? If human beings were like engineers, you would not produce any human before you think about producing a user manual. So if I was the Prime Minister of Australia, I'd change the law. Couple need to get a license first before they get children. What's the license? You have to be able to write a user manual first. Think about what I'm saying. No, I'm not trying to be arrogant. We are in the work, in the service of helping family help their children. And we see so many problems. And we're not like in a hospital, in a real hospital, where doctors can charge $500 for 15 minutes and then the people still respect the doctor. Here, I have to call parents in, hold things for free, and then they might not even respect what we say. It's sad, isn't it? But fixing the mindset and the heart is bigger than fixing a problem in the body. You know, like my body problem, fixed once by the doctor, I don't need to go to the doctor again. But the mind and the heart, over and over every day, training so hard, so tiring. Follow? So what do you think we need to keep the purity of conduct? What do you need to help your children? Forget your children. What do you need to keep your own purity of conduct? See, if you know that, you could write in a manual, can't you? Yeah? How many of you know that? Your parents. Number one teacher to your children. You should know that. What you need is mindfulness and alertness. Do you understand what I mean? Mindfulness and alertness. What's mindfulness mean? Aware. Like now, I'm standing here. Am I aware that I'm standing? How I'm standing? What's alertness mean? It's like the energy to go and do something. Let me help you compare. In a family, you have a mother and a father, isn't that right? What is the main role of the father in a family with children? Financial. So he gotta bring to mindfulness. He's got to be aware of everything, how the family live in the society, isn't it? So he might have to go and bring the money. But those are the old days. Now even the mother have to bring the money because the government made everything expensive. Women have to work, wife have to work, husband has to work now. True or not? You got no choice because the government like it that way. They made everything expensive so mother and father can be working like cows in the farm. You're not at home to look after your children. They expect you to send your children to the government program, childcare they call it, or school, and then both mother and father have to bring in the money. So the general role of father is to look at the general safety of family, right? Let's call that mindfulness. Is that okay? So let's compare mindfulness to father. Is that clear? And generally the mother has the role of putting the energy to bring the child. You know what I mean? Like you gotta, when the child cry, when the child poo or wee, who gets up and go and change? Who put the energy in? Mom. That's alertness, the energy. You understand or not? And then when the child cries, it's the father's job to go, hey, mom, the child's crying. So he's mindful because he doesn't like that. Understand or not? The mother also knows it, yes? So mindfulness, you understand yet? So treat mindfulness like the father, alertness, energy like the mother. When you have mindfulness and alertness, you can check the morality, you check your own conduct. Pure meaning good or bad, isn't that right? That's what pure means, good or bad. Before you talk, before you take an action, do you check whether your speech will be good or bad? Look at the video, think about the video that we show you today. The father, when the child was doing something, he just stared, isn't that right? He's mindful, right? But he had no energy. Do you agree? I don't mean just father. Mothers can, generally parents can do this. So you got to look at your own thought. If the father think, oh, if my young son is doing that, let me teach him now. Otherwise, in the future, this is going to happen. Mindfulness and alertness. Do you understand yet? Yes or no? You see, if I say morality is something good, The question here is, how do you keep it stable and strong? None of you can tell me, even though some of you have been parents for a long time. So then we can say that mindfulness and alertness is two security guard. You understand what I mean? That's a two security guard for morality. Is that clear? You need to have mindfulness and you need to be alert so that you can check your own conduct, which means your speech, your thinking, and your action. If you can do it to yourself, can you teach it to your children? If you can't do it to yourself, can you teach it to your children? No. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Is guarding morality enough? Like if you have a child, right? Let me explain a bit deeper. You have a baby coming up here. Baby is born. Is being mindful of the baby crying or doing this and being alert, is that enough to make sure the baby grows? No. What do you think is the next step? What do you need next? You're all parents, come on. Ah, excellent. That's it. Food. So if morality is a baby, you now know what is the guardian. You need the mother and the father, right? So the next one I'm going to talk about is what are the food that can sustain. Sustain mean keep morality going and growing. But sustain means just to make it going. What we're going to do is we're going to make it going and we want it to grow it. Make sense or not? If you choose the wrong food, your children will keep going, live life, right? But not necessarily grow as a human being. Isn't it right? So a good human user manual should teach you how to grow, how to make that function, the machine, grow, become purposeful. Is that clear? So before next week, what do you think is the food for morality?